Hey, normies and non-normies, this is probably take number 20, all jokes aside, for today. I have tried to record this episode for you guys. It is March 16th. It is now 6:03. I have been doing this since this morning, but for some reason I can't just get the hang of the new platform. I can't get the hang of the new steps. Nothing is working in my favor today, but I am destined to get an episode out. I am destined to get an episode out because I told myself that this month I would be posting on Tuesdays and on Thursdays. Did I do that? Today's not Thursday though, so that doesn't make any sense. What, Mondays and Wednesdays? Sorry, not Tuesdays. Was it? What am I talking about? Podcasts are Mondays and Wednesdays. Blogs are Tuesdays and Thursdays. Oh, I was putting in the blog from yesterday. That's why. Sorry, I had to look at my content calendar. Completely confused for a second there. My brain was just like, wait, Lynette, what are you talking about? What are you doing? But now I remember I was doing the blog the opposite day of the podcast. So I told myself that on Mondays and Wednesdays I'd be giving you guys a podcast, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays I'd be giving you guys a blog. And I'm destined to make this blog podcast. Oh my god, I can't even get my words right today. I'm sorry. I had this all beautifully earlier and it just didn't work out every single time I tried. And you know why? Because I'm stressed out. You know why I'm stressed out? Because I'm trying to put a mini course together for another podcast and I'm trying to come out as a guest. And I got frustrated and stressed out because I recorded all of my tips, nice video, had my makeup on, hair was looking nice, and I can't get the videos up. I couldn't get the videos up. I finally figured out how to do it though. But it took me forever to do it, and my cutoff time that I gave her, that I told her I would have everything up and done, would be by tomorrow. So I'm on a short, time crunch here. I work better under pressure, but I haven't been feeling good. I think my iron levels are low, so I'm even more on a time crunch here. So I feel like I'm just like, you hear Koa snoring? I don't know if y'all heard her, but Lord, that was Koa. I think y'all can hear Koa snoring. I think I saw the spike go up for her. I'm not sure, but I'm just like, I'm not everywhere, so please don't think that I am. I just have a lot on my plate right now, and I'm not feeling good, and I'm trying to cover everything. Like right now, I'm supposed to be in a financial seminar, but that seminar would not open up with the link that they sent me, so I have to miss it. So I'm here with you guys, giving you guys my beautiful, all over the place, manic, but I'm not manic podcast. Um, I'm gonna read you guys the blog though, but it'd be awesome if y'all could actually go support it. You feel me? That'd be amazing. There's also a donation box now that I'm putting up on the blog because we're definitely in need of assistance with the financial piece. Like, seriously. Our main source was Bivas SSI. By her SSI being cut off right now, we are really in the red. We are no source of income that lyrical. Sorry, you guys. Apparently, she must have forgotten that I'm recording. Our source of income is gone. Delano doesn't really get much of anything. It doesn't last for the whole month, and it barely covers one bill. So it's basically, I have to figure out how we're gonna survive now, and I'm really in a really bad space when it comes to that because I can't go back and ask for my contract. The Wi-Fi here does not stay long enough, or the software that we used for the job that I was working before I moved here wouldn't withhold. The Wi-Fi would keep knocking and it would keep kicking me out, so I wouldn't be able to go ask for my old job back, leaving me in a situation where now I really can't find a way to make extra money. So we're looking for donations, supporters, whatever you may want to call it, promoters, partners, however the case may be. If you want to advertise yourself, I'll take a donation. You can make an ad, put it on any of my platforms. That's cool. I can advertise you on IG. I can advertise you anywhere. That's not a problem. We can talk numbers. That's cool. Or if you just want to donate to help us out, just so we can get by, that's also an option as well. Like I said, a donation box is up there. We would definitely appreciate it because we can use it. We still have our store, of course, definitely have that for the press on nails. There's 2 sets that were just put up as of today, I think, because for some reason the pictures didn't load yesterday. Even though I did load them, but like I said, I hadn't been feeling good, so I don't know what happened. I thought they were up there, and then when I looked this morning just to make sure that I did my job last night while I wasn't feeling good, it turns out the pictures hadn't uploaded for the nails, so I reloaded them this morning. So there's a new set up there that is shopnormies.store. So S for Sam, H for Harry, O for Orange, P for Paul, N for Nancy, O for Orange, R for Robert, E for Edward, S for Sam .store. Check out what we have. If you guys definitely like something, definitely hope you guys will support by buying it. And if you heard this episode and you're going to make a purchase, hit me up in the DMs on Instagram and I will give you I'll give you a little discount. Can't be much because obviously we need our coins, but I can give you a discount if you just hit me in the DMs and mention triggers. The keyword will be triggers, and that'll let me know that you listen to the podcast and you're going to make a purchase, and I'll end up shooting you over a discount code that you can use towards your entire purchase. Just shoot the word triggers, and again, I'll be able to get you your discount code that you can use towards your entire purchase. Doesn't matter what amount you're spending. I'm not going to put a limit for it. If you're going to buy one set, doesn't matter if that set is $20, you'll still be able to use your discount code towards it. Just hit me in the DMs and IG. Our IG handle is Parenting with Mental Illness or Shop Normies. Doesn't matter which DM you hit it at. You can hit it at those 2. If you find me or you are my personal Instagram, don't hit up my personal Instagram with it. I really don't pay attention to my personal IG like that. And I much less pay attention to my personal IG's DMs. So if you're interested in getting that code so that you can make that purchase, do not use my personal IG to do it. You can use my Shop Normies, Parenting with Mental Illness. You can even hit me a Twitter DM, Goldie02, GOLDY02. You can even hit me a snap. For some reason I can't remember right now. I think it was like GoldieLove02. They're all on my YouTube channel. Yeah. So, or shoot an email if you want, lifeasaparentwithmentalillness@gmail.com, or lifeasasingleparentwithmentalillness. Wait, I gave it wrong before. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I'm sorry, you guys. I was gonna give you the wrong email again, and I gave it wrong in one of the other podcasts that I recorded that I deleted. But the other email is Lynette H at lifeasasingleparentmentalillness.blog. Again, the trigger word, the word is triggered, and I'll definitely know that to get you over a code so that you can use it as a discount for your entire purchase. I'm going to not apologetically apologize for seeming like I am all over the place, but I am not. I just really do not feel well. I am not 100% myself. I believe that my iron levels are getting low, so they're making me really not feel well. And I was about to go lay down, and so I was like, no, I gotta get this blog up. I have to get this blog up. Today is Wednesday. It's a blog day. I was already late with my blog podcast. I keep saying the wrong thing. I was already late with my blog, which is why I have the word blog embedded in my head right now. Lyrical. Please stop. I was already late with my blog because I was supposed to be posted yesterday and I posted it today. So I didn't want to be late with my podcast, even though you guys don't know they're late because I never really gave you guys a schedule. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I put this up today and I wanted to make sure I have it up for you guys. Hold on, I gotta get some coffee. So, with that being said, let me read my little post that I made. It's called Parenting and Triggers. How do you keep your mental illness from parenting in an escalated scenario? Parenting alone, I heard, can be very hard. I wouldn't know since I have a parent with mental illness. Since I have. That's not right. Since I am. See, Grammarly, why do you always be messing me up? Sorry, podcast, but you guys are correcting this with me, even though I did read this before. But again, I did say that I don't feel good. So here we go. Parenting alone, I heard, can be very hard. I wouldn't know since I'm a parent with mental illness, and I can tell you that it is not an easy task. Half the time, I have to check myself while parenting. You're probably not wondering what I meant by that. If you're following my blog, but I will not make an ass out of myself by assuming, I will explain what I mean. So just humor me if you do know. And if you don't know, then I'm proud of myself. LOL. I can be in the middle of correcting my child or children, depending on what is going on for what they did, when I suddenly realize I'm parenting while I'm triggered. This is not acceptable in my book, especially...
I got shorts.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I didn't mean to.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
They don't return them.
I'll get you a pack.
Hi.
If you smoke these, I'll get you a pack tomorrow.
Yeah, because shorts don't last.
Damn. I'll get you a pack tomorrow. Hey, damn it. I just got a million things on the ball. Oh my lord.
Alright. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, my apologies for that. I'm gonna have to restart the... I'm sorry. Nothing is working out for me today. I need to do what my blog is about to tell you guys. I need to stop, regroup, and get myself together again because nothing is in my favor today. Like, this is just Husa moment. I have no funds for any Mary Jane. So, it's kind of hard with the chronic pain, the ADHD, the bipolar, the PTSD, the mood swings. I've been, like, really trying so hard to not snap, flip, to stay focused as possible, and it takes a lot of energy and it takes a lot of me that I don't really have right now to give. And when I do get focused on something and things come and interrupt the focus, it triggers me and makes the bipolar in me just want to get ready to bash somebody's head in. And I be trying so hard to not allow myself to get triggered, but that's where Mary Jane usually comes in, because my psych meds really don't ever control none of that. And I've been on so many different psych meds, and I'm sorry to say that none of them have ever actually controlled that except for Mary Jane. And I'm in real need of Mary Jane, like some serious need of Mary Jane. For more reasons than one. So, non-apologetically me. I'm sorry for my surroundings, for the madness in my life right now, and for not being all together at this very moment here, so that I can give you guys all of me, so that I can pour into you guys. That's not fair to you guys. And I continue and I will continue to push because I have to be here at my worst and at my best. If I can't be here at my worst and best, and what am I showing? Like, not everything is color roses. I'm gonna have dark days, I'm gonna have gray days, I'm gonna have yellow days, I'm gonna have purple days, I'm gonna have, pink days. There's gonna be, different color days. They're not all gonna be color roses. And because of that, I have to learn to keep pushing through. And, I'm trying to work through these things. And these are one of those things that on a regular I would have shut down and been like, screw it, F it, I'm done, I'm not doing it. It is what it is. I don't care. I'm calling it a day. Whatever. But I can't do that. I have to show up and still do my best. Because if I'm about to really embark down this coaching road, I can't just fail my clients. I can't just fail everybody else that's counting on me to pour into them. And I can't just say, well, too bad I woke up in a fucked up mood today, so I'm not about to pour into you because nobody's pouring into me, so screw you. I can't do that. That's not acceptable and that's not okay. So I'm going to show up and I'm going to try to give the best me that I can be. And that's what I'm trying to do right now, while everything else is trying to stop me from being the best me. And I'm still trying to push past it. I ain't trying to let nothing stop me from being the best me. I ain't had no real Mary Jane. I need some real Mary Jane. I need Mary Jane to come and visit me, 'cause I am in need of some loving. I am in need of a nice little conversation, a one-on-one with Mary Jane. A one-on-one with Mary Jane. Oh, let me stop. Y'all don't care about none of my singing. It's not like my ass can sing anyways. But it's just one of those days, man. It's one of those days. It's one of those days that tells you, why did you wake up out of bed? Go back and start all over again. It's one of those days that goes, today ain't gonna be productive. No matter what you do, you're gonna have a hard time. But you keep pushing. I'm still recording! Oh my God, see what I mean? Even my own kids don't respect what I'm trying to do. The neighbors, they don't understand, so I can get it from them. I can get it from them. Like I can understand. They're not in my household, so they don't see what I do. They don't understand what I do. They don't get it. So I can understand why. Okay, I can get it. I get it. But my own kids, like, y'all supposed to be rooting for me. Y'all supposed to be my biggest cheerleaders, my biggest fans. Y'all supposed to be the ones behind me. Go ahead, mommy, you could do it. I mean, I just don't understand why y'all my biggest fans for the opposite. I said what I said, and I meant it, and I know what I said, and I won't take it back. My kids don't root for me. My kids go for the opposite direction. I'm going to sit that right there. Y'all let it sit and y'all let it marinate, because I know what I said. And I meant what I said. So here goes the title again. We're going to start this fresh. Wow. Ooh, it was a stormy night. It was a stormy night. Let me stop. Parenting and triggers. How do you keep your mental illness from parenting in an escalated scenario? Parenting alone, I heard, can be very hard. I wouldn't know since I'm a parent with mental illness, and I can tell you that it is not an easy task. Half the time, I have to check myself while parenting. You're probably not wondering what I mean by that if you're following my blog, but I will not make an out of myself by assuming. I will explain what I mean. So just humor me if you do know, and if you don't, then I'm proud of myself. LOL. I can be in the middle of correcting my child or children depending on what is going on for what they did when I suddenly realize I'm parenting while I'm triggered. This is not acceptable in my book, especially since 2 out of 3 of my children have autism with mental illness. I do not want to harm their mental health or cause them any more harm than what has already been generated. Now I find myself in a jam. Do I continue to parent in my state and repair the damage later? But keeping in mind that This route can take a long time. It is not a complete proof plan. It may not work, and I may cause more damage than necessary. So this isn't always an option that I even bother to consider, since I don't want to be that woman, the one I grew up with. I have to remind myself that their mental health and their autism play a big part in why I need to parent with them at that moment. It would not be the wisest decision to continue parenting under this state, where I can cause more damage than good. It is essential to realize that if the damage outweighs the good, then abort the mission so that you can regroup. It is essential that the person who shows up to parent is the parent, not the triggered version or the stressed out version. We need to remember what it felt like to have our parents rip our heads off, and we never understood what we did. Heck, we probably still don't to this day. Maybe some of us are still healing from the trauma it has caused us. Do we want our children to become us 10 or 20 years from now, finding themselves asking themselves the same questions we ask ourselves today? Even better, resenting us for the trauma we caused them, all because we didn't show up for that parenting moment, but instead the triggered, stressed, frustrated parent showed up, making that parent session one to never forget for all the wrong reasons. Let us shoot for success and beat the need to repair any damages to our children by not showing up as anyone else. Let us show up as ourselves as best as we can after we center ourselves, regroup for a second to get the message across in a safe, non-damaging way. We will all have a better experience and a closer bond down the line. I'm going to let that sit for a second. Thoughts, comments, opinions? Think about that for a minute. Like, seriously, think about that. A lot of us, we tend to parent at our worst moment. We don't parent at the correct time. We parent when we're already angry. We parent when we're already stressed out. We parent when we're already frustrated. Is this the correct moment to parent, though? Really think about it. Should you honestly parent when you're under stress, when you're under frustration, when you're under a trigger? I don't believe it's the perfect time for us to be parenting. I know it's not the perfect time for me to be parenting. I know that if I let my trigger parent, I'm going to say a whole bunch of stuff that I really have no business saying. And I'm not going to care how it comes out. It's just going to come out. My delivery method is going to be real tough. Too tough for a child to handle. It's tough for an adult to handle half the time. And they be like, Lynette, you harsh. I be like, so the fuck what? And that's how I feel. If that's how I feel, that's how I'm going to dish it. And when I feel disrespected, violated, or whatever the case may be, I'm going to dish it just like that. My child or not my child, because my condition is not going to care. So I know for a fact it doesn't make any sense for me to parent while I'm triggered, escalated, or frustrated, or any type of other scenario that there may be. So it definitely wouldn't make no sense for you to do it. I mean, what are you really going to get across? We may be doing more harm than damage, and we don't even know it, because for all we know, our kids are probably too scared to even tell us that we're causing them some harm. My kids talk to me, and they do tell me, and that's why I know. But do your kids talk to you and tell you? Do you know the harm that you're causing? I talk to mine. I may not hear sometimes what they want to say. Sometimes I may not want to admit what they want to say. Sometimes I may feel real fucked up because of what they said. But they told me, and that's the truth. And the truth, it may hurt, but it's the truth. And guess what I want to do? What I got to do? I got to then pick up the pieces. I got to then own up to my mistakes. And I got to make it right. Because I did that. They didn't do it. I did it. I chose to still parent during that time. I chose to still put on that hat and say I could handle it when I knew I couldn't handle it. And I still went ahead and did it anyways when I knew I shouldn't have did it. It wasn't a good look on my end. So I'm just saying, think about it. Honestly, really think about it. And it's a topic that I wanted to cover because we as parents, we tend to do that a lot, and we don't realize that we're doing it. When we screaming at our kids and we yelling at our kids, why are we yelling at them? Why are we screaming at them? Why can't we still say what we gotta say in a regular tone without yelling? Why does society, or why do we as parents believe that raising our voice gets the point across better? Half the times when we were kids, didn't we tune our parents out when they yelled at us? Didn't we kind of ignore them because they were yelling at us? So why do then we as parents raise our voice and yell at our kids? Doesn't make any sense. It didn't make anything no better when we were kids, so why isn't it? What? Excuse me. So why would it make it better now that, you know what I'm saying, we got our own kids? It's not. Doesn't make it no better. I mean, unless they're like mine that get real disrespectful because they forget that you're doing things, and it gets frustrating at the time that you're doing it because you're trying to accomplish so many tasks and they just don't care because they're that selfish. I mean, then you're going to feel like yelling will make you feel better. Sometimes it does make me feel better, I'm not going to lie, because they yelling and disrespecting what I'm doing, so I've returned the favor back. You going to yell and disrespect while I'm trying to do something and you see me do it? You're watching me do this. You're hearing me do it, and you still want to yell and scream and be disrespectful while I'm doing this. So then you know what? First of all, you just took something off my desk. 1, without permission. 2, this is not yours. So what in your head told you this was okay? Yo, you are really rude and disrespectful, like for real. While I'm in the middle of doing my podcast, you just gonna come, take this off my desk and try to open it and take some, and it's not yours. Get out my face. You are real disrespectful. Leave the door open, please. There you go. That's the stuff that I have to deal with. Literally right next to me, comes on my desk, which we've already talked about this. You don't take no Lyrical. You cannot have it. It is not yours. You don't take anything off my desk without permission. Comes and takes Beva's cookies that were given to her by Nana off my desk and tries to open it to come take some cookies. They don't belong to him. Then when you ask him, I don't know is always the answer. I don't know is always the answer. I don't know to why he steals something that doesn't belong to him is always the answer. Then when I lose my top and I parent under that stress, under that frustration, under that anger, under everything, then I'm wrong because I'm the one damaging my child. He knows what he's doing because he knows what I tolerate and don't tolerate. But it's cool for him though because he's being selfish. It's what he wants when he wants and how he wants it. But then I beat myself up as a parent because I come for him. And I come for him hard. Because this is not a first, this is not a second, and this is not a third. This is about number 20,000. Enough is enough. When is it going to stop? Now, what is it? It can't keep being the autism. It can't keep being the ODD, but it could. It can be the autism, but it can't. It can be the ADHD, but it can't. So where do we draw the line at? When do we stop? When is enough enough? When do we put the foot down? The yelling don't work. The talking don't work. But then I'm wrong. I'm wrong when I'm paired, when I trigger. I'm wrong when I yell and I scream. Because then I'm messing him up. I'm screwing him up more than what he is. And this is all in general for all 3 of my kids. I'm just using him as an example right now because of what he did. And he did it while I was recording, which is why I'm using him as an example right now. Like, honestly speaking, it just makes no sense to parent while triggered. I'm not triggered right now, which made it easy for me to make whatever statements I needed to make to him. But it just makes no sense. I really just had a perfect example. Like, he really just gave me an opportunity to give you guys an example. I'm already having a hard day. He's already walking around making all these noises, doing all this extra stuff while I'm recording. Before I decided to record, he was not doing anything. Nothing at all. Hey, he was not making no comments, no noises, no nothing. As soon as I start recording, he wants to start doing all this extra stuff for no reason. The same thing with Lyrical. Like, I know she's 3. I kind of expect it, you know what I'm saying? Which is why I limit a lot of the things that I do. because I'm just still trying to get her to understand, like, mommy is working. This is mommy's work. This is what I consider my job. This is my passion. This is going to be my career. This is where we're going to get our coins from. You know what I'm saying? This is where our income will be coming from. This is mommy's job. You have to respect that. We're still trying to teach her these things. She's still trying to learn these things. But sweetheart, baby, you are 13. I will still hold them standards high. Autism or no autism, mental health or no mental health, I'm still going to expect the respect that I give you. And if I'm giving respect, I expect it back. I don't go touch your things, so don't come touching mine. I mean, I give my kids respect. I don't go through their things. I don't touch their things. I don't invade their privacy. So please don't invade mine. I'm recording. I'm sorry once again for the kids who, again, don't respect the fact that I am working. I'm sorry. I'm not deleting this, and I'm not recording this all over again. This podcast is just going to go on how it's going on. I can't do this again. If I have to do this again, I'm going to literally lose my casket. I'm going to lose my top. So this is just going to go how it is. And I will just have to say, non-apologetically, I am sorry for my dynamic on this end. But non-apologetically me, this is my life. Oh, Lord. I do hope, though, that something out of what I said resonates with you guys. I hope that it opened up your eyes to something new, something to think about, something that you may be able to evaluate within yourself. And, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up with any comments, suggestions, ideas. If there's something that you guys want me to touch bases on, I have a mini course that I am creating that I will be doing for a podcast that I'm coming on. When I get that all situated and done, I'll also be letting you guys know about that as well. I will be creating some other courses also. I'm still in the works with that as well. I'll be shooting those out soon. Again, like I said, I'm working on trying to get us some more income, and I have a lot of knowledge in this noggin that I need to use, and I know that you guys can definitely benefit from it. But please be blessed and make sure that you make today count, for tomorrow is not promised to anybody. So please make today be your best day. All right. Doesn't matter if tomorrow makes it, but make today be your best day. All right. Be blessed.